It's time to get casually uncomfortable. News Edition with your host, Chuck Jerome. Viewer discretion is advised. What up? Happy Wednesday. Happy people. Hope things are going well. Did you check out Monday's episode? In the books. Check it out whenever you get some time. It's an audio. You know why? Because I know people have shit to do. And you can throw some sounds on while you're doing shit. Cleaning your house, doing some dishes. You can check it out. So that's why I do it that way. But Wednesdays are dedicated to the news and just the random news articles that I find. And I found some good ones this week. And we're going to jump right into it. So this first article, this guy in Pennsylvania went to court because he was accused of killing his neighbor's dog, and he was facing multiple charges, including animal cruelty. It says he was charged with aggravated animal cruelty, tampering with physical evidence, and abuse of a corpse. And this happened in 2024. He was at a cabin 150 miles from his home, and he went outside without a flashlight. So it was pitch dark. He's running to his car to get another battery for his camera, and he hears a growl. Now, he doesn't know what it is, so he just points and shoots. He's out there in the fucking woods. It could be a fucking mountain lion. You don't know. He didn't know. But he shot it, whatever the fuck it was, and then he went back in, he got a flashlight, and then he came out, and then he noticed that it was his neighbor's dog. And again, he was 150 miles from his home, so he was just out in a cabin, and you don't know what it is. But what he did was he gathered the dog up in a garbage bag, put it in his car, and drove the 150 miles back to his actual home. And then he dumped the dog about 3 miles from his house. Someone found it, and then they started an investigation. Fast forward to now, and he's in trial. He is in court. And there was a therapy dog, which was the same type of dog that he shot, which was a lab. I think they said a yellow lab that he shot. And in the courthouse, it was a therapy dog that is a black lab. Well, somehow the dog got away from the handler. And as the jury is in their room deciding what to do about this guy that shot this dog in the dark in the fucking woods, this black lab comes strolling in. And people are like, oh, look at that little doggy. Look at that doggy. And they're petting the dog. And then the judge finds this out, and he calls for a mistrial. So he's like, dude, this can't happen because now they have a complete bias from petting this dog. They're going to feel some sort of way. So now this guy has to go back to trial again later on. Listen, I'm not about, just going around shooting animals. But I also understand that if you're in the fucking woods and it's 5 o'clock, 5:30, whatever, in the morning, and you hear a growl, you're going to assume it's a wild fucking animal that has come to take your soul. But now that the jury had been petting on this dog, now they're going to feel some sort of way. And that's not what they want. So it's just a crazy story. It's just wild. And that's the kind of shit that can happen in the world. Think about it. Who thinks of something like this happening? No one. but it does. All right, let's keep moving. So this article is talking about the devilish delight known as Ozempic, where this guy from Maryland took Ozempic and everybody's just trying to find an easy fucking way out. And it is terrifying to see. Get the fuck up, go for a walk, go to the gym, do something that puts a little strain on your body. Oh, I can't walk. Get the fuck up. There's no options. Get up, or you're going to literally become a fucking living rock. And I know some people that have taken Ozempic, and listen, they look good. They didn't take it too far. And I hope that they're not like, oh man, I want to lose more weight. Don't. You're looking good. Some people have gone to the extreme with it. They're fucking 100 pounds now. And you're like, what the fuck is happening? Don't do that. But this guy, 63, started taking the Ozempic shots and went fucking blind. I talked about over the past year, maybe year and a half, about different side effects: Ozempic hair, Ozempic eyes, Ozempic face, Ozempic butt, Ozempic smell. But guess what? Not complete blindness. I talked about some people having some like eye irritations and shit like that. But now this shit that you have to get a prescription for is making you blind. And that is one of the rolls of the dice that could happen to you. Ozempic smell. Shit like that. Another person who, my one buddy was like, hey, did you see Charles Barkley? And I was like, no. And then I went and I Googled some videos of Charles Barkley currently, and he doesn't even fucking look like himself. He looks fucking horrible. And this just goes to show you that hard work and dedication is the only way. There's no shortcut to that. And look, I'm fat. I used to be extra fat. I have honestly lost from my fattest point 50 pounds. But that was years ago, and I'm, hovering at that 50-pound loss, and I would love to lose another 30. I need to buckle down. I don't know what the fuck I did the first time, but I need to get the last 30 off. It's doable. There's no reason why I can't. I'm, just being lazy. But these people that would rather go to the doctor, sit in a waiting room for fucking hours, and then sit in the doctor's office in the room while the doctor's still dealing with someone else for another 20, 30 minutes. Dude, you could have gone to the gym, went home, cooked some food. Everybody's just being fucking lazy. That's exactly what it is. You're being a lazy motherfucker. And now it's going to make you blind, make your fucking hair fall out, make you stink. Like, too many side effects. So, get the fuck up. All right, this article, this woman caught a life-threatening condition after eating friend's home-cooked meal. So this woman, who's 24, and she was diagnosed with cancer at just 2 months old, and then all that craziness happened, and then she got through that, and then once again, at age of 11, she was diagnosed with an aggressive form of bone cancer. So shit got crazier. And then she went to a friend's house, and they had some fucking fermented swordfish. And she ate the food. She was like, it's not the best. But, you're eating your friend's food, and you're like, all right, it's healthier. It's fucking fish. It'll be all right. So she ate the food, And then after fucking 24 hours, she wasn't even able to drink water. And then she went to the hospital and they couldn't diagnose her. They're like, look, you got all this going on. This could be a byproduct of that. And she's like, dude, this is something different. And guess what she had? Botulism. And it's a toxin that attacks the body's nervous system and causes difficulty breathing, muscle paralysis, and even death. And this woman is already dealing with fucking cancer. And they've set up a GoFundMe page for her. She's slowly recovering, but I'm reading that it says it can take up to a year to fully recover from fucking botulism. And it says some of the symptoms are blurred or double vision, drooping eyelids, difficulty swallowing or speaking, weak muscles, particularly in your face, constipation, dry mouth, all from some shit that wasn't cooked properly. That's why, they say dented cans. Actually, cans with bulges. You shouldn't open them up and eat out of them because you could contract botulism. So I hope all the best for this lady because that is fucking wild. I know you've seen videos of old people texting, and since they have bad eyes, they take the text and they increase the size of the font. And I know you've seen at different games, but this article, this old lady is at a San Antonio Spurs basketball game, and someone can see over her shoulder because the text font is at fucking 55. So you can see everything she's writing. And she's just being fucking racist. And she's like, all these Hispanics, she's like, all these crazy Hispanic fans, how can they afford this? Talking about the tickets. And I've seen videos where old people are texting someone thinking nobody can see it, but they're saying some devious shit. And this happened. What have I said? Everything you do is videotaped at some point somehow. There's not, I'm going to get away with this. You're not even going to be able to dig into your fucking nose without someone knowing it or someone seeing it. So, sorry. But then the San Antonio Spurs had to send out a note, a message saying, look, we love everybody that comes to the games. Don't worry about this old crotchety bitch. Just let her do whatever the fuck she's doing. We can't stop her, but I hope she doesn't come back. Like, dude, you're at a fucking basketball game and you're worried about the motherfuckers around you. Unless someone's acting, real crazy. But from the video, it wasn't like the camera was panning to the left or the right, up or down because people were just fucking fist fighting. No. The camera was over this woman's shoulder because she's being blatantly racist. And then someone's going to be like, oh my gosh, that's my grandma. Grandma, why did you write that? Now, this lady doesn't understand her consequences. She has fucked things up for her other family members because people are now going to see that video, figure out who she is, and then they're going to be like, oh, I guess the fucking rest of the family's the same way. Social pariahs. That's what they'll become. Whatever, man. People doing dumb shit. Hey, you're being videotaped. Always remember that. Don't dig in your fucking nose and think no one's going to see it. Someone is going to see it. And this is the title of the episode, No Kisses. This article is, listen, don't be running up to people's kids, pinching their cheeks, trying to give them a little kiss on the cheek. Don't touch anybody's kids. I know a lot of older people love doing that. Oh, you're a little cutie. No. Listen, if I had kids, I'm going to fucking fight somebody. So this toddler's eyes turned green as he lost sight after being kissed by someone with herpes. And it wasn't his parents because they got tested. So someone that they knew, a grandparent, an uncle, someone that they fucking knew, gave the kid a little peck on the cheek. They had herpes, and now the kid is going fucking blind. They went to the doctor, and he was diagnosed with herpes simplex virus in his eye. And this was in Namibia. So they're in Africa. And listen, this shit happens over here too. It happens all over the place. That's like, I just don't. Listen, if I had kids, no, you're not picking them up. Don't pinch their cheeks. Don't kiss their cheeks. Just fucking don't. Because I don't want to have to come knocking on your door early in the morning to beat the fuck out of you. Because now I'm going to jail. You know? Now I'm pressing charges. Like, this is fucking nasty. So I wish the family the best. That is just crazy. From the pictures that I see, the kid has brown eyes, and it is in his left eye. I hope it does not, go to the right eye. So this kid's completely blind. But the kid is going to be completely blind in his left eye. So, fuck. All right, here, check this wild shit out. Like, I don't know how this is even. All right, let me get into it before I just start losing it. An HIV positive sex offender who broke into a woman's San Francisco apartment and raped her in 2013 has been granted parole after serving about 11 years in prison. How does any jury and or judge feel comfortable allowing someone who did such a fucking heinous act to someone else to be released from prison? And as I'm reading this, when you go to jail and you get in your cell, someone's going to say, show me your fucking papers. They want to know who they're going to be in the cell with. And if this guy just started things out, hey, I'm HIV positive, then nobody's going to want to fuck with him. Nobody's going to want to try and beat his ass because they're not going to want blood on their hands, no matter what you did. So that's probably why and how this guy got away with, not being touched. But I'm telling you, maybe this was part of the jury and the judge's plan. If, nobody fucking killed him on the inside, then someone's definitely going to find out what this son of a bitch did, and they're probably going to beat him to death. They'll put on a fucking rubber suit and just beat the fuck out of this guy. But I don't understand how these people get released. Oh, he was a good guy in jail. Motherfucker, you're in jail. You're not a good guy. You did something to be there. Now, yes, statistically, there's, a small amount of people that shouldn't be in jail. Yes. But this guy, as I just told you, he fucking raped somebody and he had HIV. Lock him up, put him in a fucking hole somewhere and cover that hole with dirt. Whatever, dead or alive, cover the fucking hole. That's what I'm thinking. Like, abso-fucking-lutely not. Ugh. This is the world we're living in, man. This is fucking wild. Just nasty fucking shit. All right, I'm moving on to the next article because yeah, that's just completely fucked up. How you gonna let someone go like that? Leave them in there. They need to rot in jail, not be out in the world living their fucking best life. Abso-fucking-lutely not. All right, let's end with a wild article. This is, across the pond. This guy woke up one morning and he was blue. He didn't know what the fuck was going on. He panicked. He got out. He went to the hospital. They're running tests on him. They're doing this. They're doing that. They're doing the other. They're like, sir, you're fine. We don't know. We see that you're blue, but we don't know what the fuck is going on. This guy has fucking doctors all around him. They're like, dude, we don't know how you're still walking and talking and doing anything with this shade of blue on your skin. Sir, this isn't real. And then as they're doing all this, one of the doctors like, all right, we're going to draw some blood. And as they take the alcohol wipe to wipe his arm, the blue comes off. And now they're like, what the fuck? And then come to find out, this guy likes to sleep nude. And he had just gotten blue bed sheets. And he did not wash them before he put them on the bed. So the dye leaked off, got all over his body. And then he panicked and went to the hospital. And he said everybody had a good laugh. They're like, oh my goodness, this guy is hilarious. He looks like a fucking Smurf. And it was all because he did not wash the sheets before he went to bed, before he even put them on the bed. Listen, folks, that is a cautionary tale. When you buy some clothes, he should be glad that it was just blue dye that came off on those clothes and not, hey, here we go again, herpes. When you go to a thrift store, you should always have a layer of clothes under. Maybe something tight like long johns or some kind of Under Armour. I like to have something on when I'm trying the clothes on because you don't know who had the clothes before you. Someone's got itchy private parts, and then you just throw the clothes on to try them on to see if they fit. You put them back in the pile of clothes. You go home, now your shit's itchy. Nobody wants that. You don't want that. So that's what they say. Don't just go to the thrift store, especially the thrift stores, and just go put clothes on. That's the big place, because sometimes the clothes just sit and fester and marinate for a while. And even in clothing stores, let me try this on. You don't know who tried it on before you. Now your armpits are itchy. So don't set yourself up for failure. And if you buy clothes, wash them immediately. Don't just wear them out. Oh, I'm going to buy this shirt and wear it out. Well, good luck. This guy had to find out the hard way, looking like a Smurf and an Avatar mix. So there's pictures of the guy, and he's blue. You would have thought he's dead. But yeah, he didn't wash his shit. All right, I think I'm going to get out of here. I'm glad I ended the articles on a good note, on something funny. Because some of those articles that I found were just upsetting. Like the fucking way the world is now. Just keep your hands and your body parts to your fucking self. Okay? That's the goal. Keep your shit to yourself. Don't be messing with other people, okay? There's no need for that. All right. Let's hit some music. Don't forget Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Casually Uncomfortable, Twitter at Casually Unchuck. Please let your friends know. I'd appreciate it. They want to join themselves too. All right. Have a great weekend. Be safe. Have fun. I'll see you Monday. And as always, don't be a piece of shit. Peace.